about that is make it hurt.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Oh, my goodness. What is going on? Welcome once again to the one and the only. This is the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live everywhere on Facebook, on the Big Time Show Facebook page, as well as Big Time Show YouTube page. I'm on Twitter live right now as we speak. If you want to go watch me on Twitter, there it is for you. Right there at Big Time Lou. You can go watch it. I will not see your comments, however, but you can watch it there if you so desire. I'm also on Twitch as well. And then, of course, I am at the home of the Big Time Show podcast, which is Podbean. What's going on tonight? I hope that you guys, that if you come in and share as we talk about what everybody else is talking about. You know, it's a big game going on Sunday afternoon. The last time I heard, game on tonight, but nobody really, ain't really worried about the Titans and the Steelers. Hello. Sorry to all you Pittsburgh fans out there, but, nobody don't care nothing about y'all tonight. That ain't what everybody ready to see. Everybody is ready to see the Dolphins and the Chiefs this week, and then, of course, the Cowboys and the Eagles. Those are the two marquee games. Deal with it. It's all right. Now, before I get started, I want to go ahead and say now, and I'm going to speak to everybody that showed up and has spoken. We're going to go ahead and say now that I already know that there's a whole lot of you Cowboy haters who have been mighty quiet these last few weeks. Been real quiet. I can't kill. I've said it before. I almost wonder if some of you lost your Facebook and Twitter and all these other social media platforms. Have you lost your accounts? Because I haven't heard anything from y'all. Y'all been so quiet. I wonder why, especially one particular fan base that I'm looking for. And y'all been so quiet. You know who y'all. Y'all wear a little gold and red. Y'all after y'all beat us, y'all Super Bowl. We ain't heard nothing from y'all since. Y'all done came down a notch. Y'all played the perfect game against the Cowboys. I ain't heard nothing from you since. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now you're quiet. Now y'all starting to run your mouth because what's going on is Cowboy Nation, of course, they really believe that the Eagles are about to take us out. And so they all want to get on the bandwagon. They ain't had nothing to say to us for the last few weeks. And they know they couldn't talk because they done lost every game since they beat us. So now they're ready to start talking now. I noticed that. Now I'm coming to that a little bit later on, but I'm going to talk about the game now and what I've seen so far. But let me speak to everybody. So I want y'all haters to know I know you're lurking. I know you are. I know you're lurking. What's going on? Let me see. Cool. What's up, man? I see you, man. Sharon. Hey. Greg, what's up? I see you over there. What's going on tonight? Cool, what's up, man? Cool is a Philadelphia Eagle fan, so I know he's done talked about the game this week. I know he have. Know you have. What's up? What's up, Eric? What's up, Eric? I tried to get one of my people from Philadelphia Eagle fan, but a little miscommunication that is going on there. Cool. What? Cool. Are you available, or are you just watching me? You're an Eagle fan that got sense. And so, me and you got a little chemistry. We don't even have to. We really don't even have to compare notes. We're able to feed off each other. Cool. If you still there, just say yes. And then if you are available, because you're a good fan, I can talk Cowboys with you. If you are available and you want to come on, you can. But if not, I understand. All you Philadelphia Eagle fans, y'all, and I'm sorry. Before we start, I need you guys to do what you're supposed to do. Help your boy out. We ain't got too many in here as of now, but I'm quite sure before it's over, we will. Go ahead and hit that like button for me, if you don't mind. Smash it a few times. Go ahead and smash it. Yeah, hey, Greg, I see you, bro. Yeah, I already know. We got to win. We have to win now. Y'all hit that like button for me, if you don't mind. Smash that like button, help your boy out. There you go. Appreciate y'all. Smash it out for me. All right. Smash it out. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. Let me see where y'all watching me from. If you're on YouTube, you can hit that heart button for me and help me out on that. Let me go on to start talking as we get ready to come in. All right. First of all, this is a big game. Make no mistake about it. I understand it's one game and we got God knows how many left and all that, but because of who this team is, because they're the defending NFC champions, because they were, of course, the NFC East champions, but they're the NFC champions. This is a huge game. It is a huge game just basically for record-wise. They are ahead of us. They've only lost one game. We've lost two. Obviously, if we win, we take over the NFC East. This is a huge game. It's a huge game for them because if they win, they got a 2-game lead over. It's a huge game. But more importantly, for me, maybe not for you guys, but for me, this is another opportunity to send a statement. I don't care if they're playing on the road. I don't care. This is an opportunity for the Cowboys to send a statement. Everybody always say how good teams are, and then when we beat them up real bad, now all of a sudden they bad teams. Well, this team, everybody would agree that they're pretty good. So it won't be if we beat them, you can't gonna be able to lean on your excuses talking about this and that and all that. No, we just beat them. Bottom line, it's a huge game. It's a huge game for confidence. It's a huge game. Most people other than the fan base of the Cowboys, are picking the Philadelphia Eagles to win on Sunday afternoon. You understand? What's up, Alan? I appreciate you. Everybody, mostly other than the Cowboy fan base, and I understand Dak's record against Philadelphia. I understand Dak is 8-3 against Philadelphia. I understand all that. I know he owns the NFC East. I understand his overall record in his career against the NFC. I think he's 28-7 or something like that. Everybody knows by now what the stats are, or what Dak Prescott does, or Dak Prescott led offense against Philly. You can't argue with it. He wins. Bottom line. There's nothing else to talk about. However, that's year by year. This is a pretty good team in Philadelphia. We ain't take nothing away from them. They ain't no joke. They can beat you. It's the reason why they've only lost one game, because they're pretty good on both sides of the ball. And we'll get into that in just a second. It's a chance to make a real statement. The whole world gonna be watching again. And based off the way we played against San Francisco, they get another shot at another team that's, considered one of the top teams in the entire league. You get a chance to shut some of this narrative down, and that narrative is that the Cowboys can't win the big game. And until the Cowboys win the big game, they're going to continue to hear that simple narrative. We had one big test earlier that we could have knocked it down. We didn't. We looked horrible against San Francisco. So that narrative has continued. Yes, we beat the Rams. Yes, we beat, team before the Chargers and all that kind of stuff. But everybody's going to say, well, like they're saying, you beat the Chargers. Before we played them, though, everybody was saying the Chargers going to beat y'all. Okay. All that kind of stuff. So this is an opportunity for the narrative to change a little bit. This is a narrative that they say about Dak Prescott as well, that he cannot win the big game, even though it's more than just him. But they make it all about that. He's got a chance. And the way Dak has been playing the last couple of weeks, the worst thing that can happen to him if he come out and play like he can't move the ball, then that narrative that they say about him is only going to feed in more. That he can't get it done. He can kill bad teams, but when it comes to the big teams, he's nowhere to be found. So this is an opportunity for Dak to shut some of that stuff down real quick. And you get an opportunity on this Sunday evening. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I watched Philly, watch a little tape. I ain't had enough time to really look at the film that I usually look at. I really don't need to, because I watch Philly enough to know what they do, and I know what the Cowboys do. To me, y'all, I'm just going to tell you this, because I know y'all done heard of everybody else and listen to most people and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going, what's up, iDoc? What's going on? I see you over there. New wager. Okay, they just jumped off. I see you, iDoc. What's going on? I can see the game easily because of the way that both teams play. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. It's real simple to me. This truly is a game that will be won in the trenches, both sides of the ball. And I know most going to say, well, in all the games are, but truly in this game, it really is about their offensive line against our defensive line, and then our offensive line against their defensive line. That's where the game really is going to be won, because here is the idea. And Greg, I saw what you said earlier about about us not getting, running backs and the game is on Dak Prescott and all that kind of stuff. Well, um, he's played well the last 2 weeks, no doubt about that. I don't think we want to get into a rhythm like that, but hey, they may not have a choice because Mike McCarthy loves to pass the football. And you're going against a defense, offensively. We're going against a defensive line that's pretty good, real good, actually. And we don't need it to get into a routine of having our linemen back up all the time for pass blocking. At some point, we got to attack them and try our best to get them tired. I mean, you're not going to get them tired and all they're doing is pass rushing. Which leads to this question for me. Like, I expect Tyron Smith to play. I expect him to play this week. I believe he could have played last week. I believe they just trying to save him up until this week. Whatever percentage that he is, he's gonna get out there. Hopefully he'll be able to last. So it's really there, and I ain't worried about everybody else. The back end, I'm just talking about the defensive line against our offensive line. You can't just keep bagging. You got to go hit these guys. But are you going to get Jordan Davis tired? Are you going to get the other guy, Carter, tired? You can't do that by backing up pass blocking. You got to go at these guys. If you want time of possession, you got to go ahead and lay on these guys. That's going to be big. Their defensive line against our offensive line, trust me, they are going to attack our offensive line. The question is, are they just going to be just flat out disruptors of the game like they can be? So the offensive line, to me, I can go and tell you now, I ain't got to talk too long. I can tell you. The offensive line have to be the MVP Sunday afternoon. The offensive line must be the MVP of the game, or at least one of them, this Sunday afternoon. See, if you got a bunch of pass rush going on, Eric, you will have turnovers. If they pass rushing, if you got your quarterback getting hit, he might fumble the ball. If you're getting sacked all the time, good chance of a strip fumble. If you're not getting sacked, he's throwing the ball quick and early because the pass rush is there because we can't block nobody. I'm saying the offensive line really hold the cards this week for me. I done looked at it. It's simple to me. They depend on that front four to be nasty, and that's all they need for blitzing. They can blitz others, but that's really all they're looking for. Reddick, Carter, Jordan Davis. They still got Fletcher Cox there. They still got Brandon Graham. The Eagles are loaded. They're loaded. They just went and got the all-pro safety Pro Bowl safety from Tennessee, Beard. He'll be playing. They're doing things. They're going for it, y'all. I know some of y'all want to talk about what the Cowboys didn't do, and y'all hadn't heard what I had to say about it, and the trade deadline. Well, I just gonna say the Cowboys made their moves in the offseason when they went and got Gilmore and Brandon Cooks. Could they have made another move? Of course they could have. But we all know it shouldn't be no surprise. I know you're frustrated. But that's not the Cowboy way. Y'all should know that by now. I really don't even have to talk about that. It's not the Cowboy way to be doing no big trades and all that. They love you. How many times you heard them say this? We love our guys. How many times you heard that? And they prove it to you once again. So I don't even know why folks were building their hopes up, thinking that the Cowboys gonna make a trade. If you listen to my show, I told you that we didn't need it. We made our move early. Everybody else made their moves late, and they were some big moves. No question about it. The 49ers made a gigantic move. Chase Young, no question. No question. I give them that. The Eagles made a big move. Got a Pro Bowl safety to go with the 2 Pro Bowl cornerbacks. That's big. That's big. You can't deny it. On an already stacked team. They only lost, 2 games last year? That's good. Hey. Everybody wanted us to go, your Cowboys fan base getting upset. Go get Derrick Henry. Go get Devontae Adams. Go get the boy from Chicago, the cornerback. Y'all be wanting all these big names, but you ain't even thinking about what you got to give up. Y'all know the Cowboys love draft picks. Y'all know that. You know that. Y'all know we're a draft and develop football team. We're structured like that. Y'all know we don't make no moves like that. I mean, if you want to be technical, I guess you could throw up the Amari Cooper trade. I mean, I give you that, but that's been so long ago. We draft and sign free agents for depth. We don't sign guys for impact. It's rare when we do that. If you notice, everybody's been signed within the last 2-3 weeks. Guys off practice squads, guys off the street. You know, these guys are for depth. Now, they're looking for something from Rashad Evans. I'll give you that. They're looking for something from him. But everybody else is just depth. We draft for depth. We don't draft for guys to be media starters like Chase Young to the 49ers. I mean, come on now. They just got Randy Gregory the other week. Good Lord. Randy Gregory, them are the backups. Chase Young, I mean, come on. That's impact. The Eagles go get Beard from Tennessee, the safety. That's impact. Cowboys go get you a name that you ain't never heard of, and that's for depth. They have a system in place that they believe in, and I don't know why the fan base do this to yourselves every year. And by now you ought to know it ain't gonna happen. Okay? So with all the stacked teams, again, I said all that to say this. With all the stacked teams like the 49ers, because they're going for it. They really are going for it. They're going to try and win a world championship. That's why they stacking the deck as much as they can. Everybody's positioning. I believe the 49ers are looking at the Eagles, and I believe that the Eagles are looking at the 49ers. I don't think they're looking at the Cowboys at all, neither one. The Eagles see the 49ers as their roadblock to get to the Super Bowl, and the 49ers are saying the same thing about the Eagles. They ain't worried about the Cowboys. They ain't worried about Detroit. They ain't worried about it. They think they're lower than that. I guarantee that. Every move they're making is for the 49ers, and then the Eagles, every move they're making, it's for the 49ers, every move that the 49ers are making is for the Philadelphia Eagles. Which means, ladies and gentlemen, the Cowboys have no pressure other than the fan base and making sure they don't have a hard record. Because the expectations are, especially after the trade deadline, that the 2 top teams in the NFC, or the 2 teams to beat in the NFC, are the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's just the truth. And here, I'm a Cowboy fan. The 2 teams to beat, they're not the Dallas Cowboys. And y'all will get mad, but it's okay. The 2 teams to beat are the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers, especially after the trade deadline. It is what it is. It is what it is. And we get a chance Sunday afternoon to go to work and get a chance to play one of the top teams in the whole entire league, Philadelphia Eagles. And that's why I'm saying this. When you go get when you already have a Reddick, and now you have a Jordan Carter, and you have Jalen Carter, then you have a Jordan Davis, you still got Brandon Graham, you still got Fletcher Cox. Your offensive line better be on point. That's the MVP of this game coming up. One half of them. One half of them. They are going to have to play outstanding in order for us to win Sunday. We really can they do it? I haven't seen the running game. I haven't seen the running game yet. And maybe because they can't block. I don't know. I know they can pass block a little pretty decently. But I don't know about the running game because, we're all right running, but to dominate a game, and I don't think that you're going to, unless the offensive line is getting a real push, the dominant, when you say the Cowboys going to beat the Eagles, what's going to be dominant, their passing game or the running game, the Cowboys? Most going to say it's going to have to be the passing game. That's where it's got to be. So the Cowboys are the underdog coming in, and they should be. They should be. We're not the favorite. We should be. We're playing on the road. The Eagles are riding high, and guess what? We shouldn't be. Now, how many times that happened over the last few years? The Cowboys took them out. Plenty. Dak Prescott is 8-3 against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I really ain't worried about the underdog or whatever. I know we're not just going to be the favorite. We're going to be just fine if the offensive line plays well. That's just one of my keys. Let's flip it over again. The defensive line of the Dallas Cowboys have got to step up, because if they don't, it might be a very long game. Why am I saying that? Because the Philadelphia Eagles are going to run the football. Everybody know that. The question is, can we stop it? Or are we going to get gashed? So it's real simple. It's real simple to me. This game is simple to me. This game truly is going to be won in the trenches. If Philly has one of the best offensive lines in the game, I think they rated number 1 by Pro Football Focus. Guess what? Cowboys gonna have to shut that thing down. If Swift is running 5-6 yards a carry, we're gonna be in trouble. I can tell you that right now. The defensive line of the Dallas Cowboys have got to step up Sunday afternoon for us to really have a chance to win. I know everybody said, what about A.J. Brown? What about Devontae Smith? I ain't worried about them. I know that's going to sound funny. I'm more worried about 2 people on their offense. 3, really. 3 and 3 people. And it's not A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. I'm more worried about Swift, the running back, and I'm more worried about Jalen Hurts running the ball. I ain't worried about him passing. Not yet. I'll get into that in just a second. And then I'm worried about Goddard, the tight end for them. That's who I'm worried about. Because, see, I believe we can handle AJ and Devontae Smith. I believe that. If we play them right. Now, on that note, I'll tell you this. If Dan Quinn is playing a whole lot of man defense against A.J. Brown, then we're going to have a problem. Because A.J. can kill man-to-man defense. Devontae can too. We're going to probably play more zone this week, I think, because Philly has feasted on the big play. A lot of their stuff are big plays. So my theory is, and my theory is this: you're gonna have to try to keep them in front of you. You can't let AJ go one-on-one. You can't really, Devontae can kill you too, one-on-one. You don't want to get into a rhythm of that because they're gonna make the plays, especially if Jalen has no pressure. That's what we got to keep them in front of us. We can't get these 25-plus yard plays. We just can't do that. If you're going to give up something to AJ, let them just move the chain and, make them do 14, 15 yard drive. 14 play drive or something. We just can't give up these quick, immediate, gigantic big plays because we got so much pride playing man defense. That's not gonna work against the Eagles. I don't trust Stephon Gilmore going long against AJ Brown. I'm sorry. I don't trust Bland going one-on-one with AJ. As good as Bland has played, I don't trust him. If it was me, defensive coordinator, I'm going to make Swift beat me. I'm not going to let AJ Brown beat me. I'm having a safety over the top. Devontae Smith just got to have a gigantic game. Devontae Smith has to have a big game. I'm not going to let AJ Brown beat me. So I'm putting a safety over the top of AJ. Hopefully it's Gilmore going against AJ, to be honest with you. Put the safety over the top. I'll let Bland go with Devontae. He's going to have to kill me. I'm sorry. And because of that, that's going to take the man out the box. See, we don't, if we get into this stack the box thing, then we are going to be in man. And we are going to be going one-on-one with their wide receivers because we just trying to stop the run. Look, you can't do that. Not against them. You're going to have to give up. You're going to have to give up something in order to gain something. I'd rather have whatever his name is, Swift. I'd rather have the running back beat me. Not AJ Brown. Not AJ Brown. No. Take him out. That's if I'm defensive coordinator. That's just I'm picking my poison. I'm not gonna let AJ Brown destroy me. So I'm putting the safety over the top. And I saw somebody say, well, he plays zone better. So be it. He just ain't gonna catch no 40, 50-yard bomb past me. Huh? I'm sorry. You can't go man. You can't go man against AJ. You can't. He's too big. He's too big. He's too strong. And he destroys. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't do it. I'm not saying you go strictly zone. You just have to mix it up. I just hey David, I see you. I just said I'm going. If it's me, I'm going one-on-one with Goddard. I know we got cursed. Goddard just going to kill me. He's going to have to kill me. I'm not letting AJ Brown beat me. Not. I think we can do okay against Devontae. Devontae going to have to have one of them all-pro games in order for her to beat me. I know what AJ can do. AJ is a scoreboard wrecker. I can't let AJ beat me. That if I'm defending y'all, that's what I'm doing. I'm letting Goddard, Swift, and Jalen Hurts beat me. I guess you throw in Smith as well, but AJ won't. I'm taking him away. And then I'm taking my chance. Now, the other thing is this, which is huge, which is the whole key for our defense. All this talk and all these stats that the Cowboys have accumulated for the defense, which is great. They're still a top defense in the league, and they earned it. This is what has to happen. You can't get the feeling there like you can't rush the passer. It's the only way we're gonna get them. The pressure has got to be there. It's got to be there. Do you know in 3 games, I believe in 4 games, I'm sorry. Do you know that Michael Parsons only had 1.5 sack in all the games? This is his 3rd year, right? This is his 3rd year, so he plays them twice a year in 4 games. He only had 1.5 sack. Michael Parsons. See, this is the type of game where the stars have to show up. This is where the game. This is where it's on both sides. These are the type of games where the stars have to show up. Michael Parsons has to show up. DeMarcus Lawrence has been an Eagle destroyer his whole career. I need him to do it one more time. Got to step up. And here's the thing about Jalen Hurts. Now, you Eagle fans that are in here, glad to see you. And I just saw one pop in. I don't even know who you are, Curly Green, but hey, welcome to the show. Here's the truth about people like Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, and some we even hard to say about Dak Prescott as well. See, here's the thing, because see, this is one thing y'all Eagle fans don't want to talk about, but it's just the truth. Y'all do realize Jalen Hurts leads the league in turnovers, right? Much y'all love to run y'all mouth about Dak when he throws one interception. And you know, it's been quiet. Y'all know that Jalen Hurts leads the league in interceptions, right? It ain't Dak Prescott. You know, it's not. It's Jalen Hurts. And you know why he does that? I'm going to tell y'all something. It's like Brock Purdy, too. I said this about you little 49er fans that are sneaking in here listening to. I told y'all, it's only going to happen maybe 2 or 3 times a year. That's it. If 3. It's only two games where it will have to show up. And here it is about Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts. And Dak Prescott. Some will even argue Dak Prescott. You see, it's easy to look so great when the running game is working and your defense is playing a lights out game and you get to hide behind it. But there's going to be 1 or 2 games in the season because y'all so good now. Philly is good. That the game is going to have to turn. This is what the 49er fans are seeing these last few weeks. Like I told y'all it was going to be. It ain't going to happen often. It's just going to happen 2 or 3 times a year. And just depending on where it is or when in the season it is. That the game will have to turn over into the hands of your quarterback. And they don't get to hide no more behind the number 1 rated offensive line, behind the great running game, behind the tush push, behind all that. He's going to have to put the ball in his hands and throw the football. Strictly. Then you get to find out what it's like. And you already seen glimpses, Philly fans. That's why he leading the league in turnovers. Because I've always said about Jalen, and this go all the way back to Alabama, if you make him strictly a passer, but he can't use his legs nonstop and all that, and he can't just hand the ball off and get to hide and do a nice play action pass and A.J. Brown wide open down the field because the running game has worked so well. They're wide open. See when that don't happen and he got to throw the ball all the way, it ain't gonna happen but 2 or 3 times in the season. Then you find out how really good Jalen Hurts really is. And I've been saying since Alabama, you make him a passer, he ain't that good. And see, Philly fan, you ain't got to agree. Don't type nothing in. You know it's the truth. Just stop it. Same thing happened with Brock Purdy. See, Brock Purdy, everybody was jumping on his bandwagon. Yeah, because Christian McCaffrey is there. Get to hide behind Christian McCaffrey. Get to hide behind the defense. But what happens when the defense ain't playing so great? What happens when Christian McCaffrey is being shut down and you got to throw the ball, Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts, and some would say even Dak Prescott? What happens when the game get turned over to your hands and you got to make it happen? Well, look what Brock Purdy has done. I rest my case. Some will say the same thing about Dak Prescott. Dak, what if your running game ain't working? Well, before I say that, now the running game ain't been working the last few weeks. Dak Prescott has been really solely the guy that's leading the offense. So we have evidence of that happening in years gone by, and then just the last 2 weeks. That's why I tell y'all, and y'all can call me whatever. See, that's why I'm saying where I'm not. Oh no, I'm talking about when you're down, David. I ain't talking about when you're 7 down, 10. No, no, I'm talking about when you're down. And he can't run. And he can't do all that. That's why I say it's gonna be rare because y'all don't really be in that position. It's only gonna happen a few times. Jalen, if he has to be solely a passer, y'all in trouble. Because Jalen will give you a chance to take the ball the other way. And you know that. It don't happen often. But when you get him in those positions, he will throw the ball to you. See, I was there the last time Jalen and Dak played against each other. I was there in Dallas. When we blowed the roof off y'all. Sent y'all back. Everybody was there. And we put 40 on y'all. 40 to 10, whatever. Jalen threw the ball right to it. Just in case y'all remember that game. That's that game when Trayvon Diggs caught it in stride and ran it all the way back in. That was that Monday night game. I was there that night. I remember. And I understand Jalen has gotten better since that year. I give you that. But let's just be realistic, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why Jalen Hurts was a great, and he deserved it, I'll give you that, a prime candidate to last year to be the MVP of the league, one because of his arm. Let's be realistic now. It was part of it, but the other part of it was his legs. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. It wasn't all because he was backing up like he was Joe Montana and all that. No. It's wide open when you got the play action run game working. It's easy to throw. When it's one-on-one and Devontae Smith is better than most of your quarterbacks and AJ Brown is, one-on-one, I'll take my chances with AJ. It's easy. It's easy. But Jalen ain't just the greatest accurate passer. Y'all know that, Philly fans. Y'all just done got y'all. He's just a guy that's been able. He's a great complimentary quarterback. He is. I love. Hey, what's up, Key? Jalen Hurts is a great complimentary quarterback. I give you that. As long as he's a front runner, that's what they say about that. As long as he's a front runner and get to run the read option game, and as long as he get the play action pass, it's gonna be wide open because everybody trying to stop the run. As long as he get to do that, hey, he will destroy you. But oh boy, if your defense ain't popping that day, and if y'all running game ain't just killing folks, and you make Jalen Hurts a passer solely, y'all in trouble. You know it. See, when you come on this show, it's the truth. And some will say this about Dak, but see, we have a lot of evidence of Dak being able to navigate when the running game ain't there. We got plenty of evidence. We ain't got that evidence with Jalen Hurts. We don't have the evidence with Brock Purdy. That's the reason why he looking like the way he looking now. See what I'm saying? So the goal for the Cowboys, easier said than done now. Easier said than done. Is that we have to make Jalen, you can't give him, look, unfortunately for the Cowboys, and as great as the Eagles run the football, I give you that. We can't be giving y'all 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. We can't get that to y'all all the time. We got to make y'all at least be 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. That's the only way we gonna get it done. If we can get y'all in 3rd and 4 and up, we know you're not running the football. unless Jalen gets loose on the scramble, which of course it answers one question. Yes, we got to have a spy for him on those downs so we know he will love to run the ball. See, he's more dangerous with his legs to me and his arms passing. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Jalen Hurts, what make him so dynamic is that he can destroy you with his legs. It ain't his passing. He leads the league in turnovers, which means he ain't seeing the field so great. That's the reason why he's leading the league in turnovers. Hello. So y'all get excited when Dak Prescott throw one interception. ESPN talk about it all week long. Did you see the turnover Dak had? And in the meantime, all these other quarterbacks passes Dak and intercept. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear nothing. All you hear about is Dak throw one interception. Jalen Hurts leads the league in interception. Ain't nobody talking about that. Lead the league in total turnovers. Jalen Hurts. But because your defense is so good and your running game is so good, it gets hidden because y'all 5-1. I don't believe Jalen Hurts is up. I don't think there's nothing wrong with him, Joe. It's just gamesmanship. I don't think there's nothing wrong with Jalen Hurts. He'll be out there Sunday afternoon. He's gonna run. That's the only way because they need Jalen. That threat of him running, they need that. Swift, unless my defense do what I don't think, they don't show up, then Swift can go ahead and get you. He's gonna run. Ain't nothing wrong with Jalen Hurts. I ain't fair for that anyway. I ain't falling for that. Ain't nothing wrong with Jalen Hurts. He'll be fine. I guarantee you, when Philly runs out there on offense, Jalen Hurts is going to be your quarterback in that huddle. I guarantee it. Ain't nothing wrong with him. And if he run, guess what? Knock his head off. They're going to say the same thing about Dak Prescott since he's starting to run now, starting to move around a little bit. Trust me, Philadelphia is saying the same thing. If Dak come out their pocket, knock his head off. That's what they're going to say. It's a rivalry game. What else you expect? They don't like us. We don't like them. Hey, it is what it is. So again, for those that are just coming in, my game, I know we got a lot of podcasters. You got ESPN, you got Fox, who all analyze the game. To me, it really is as simple. It is the Dallas Cowboys offensive line versus the defensive line of the Philadelphia Eagles. Can we move them? If we can't move them, and if they are pass rushing on us and we can't block them, we're going to have a very long night. That's just the truth. On the flip side, it is the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line versus the Dallas Cowboys defensive line. If they can block us consistently, we're going to be in trouble. If we don't stop the run, it is going to be a long night. And can we get the pressure that we've been getting all year long against them? This is the number one rated offensive line in the game. Can our defensive line still be our defense, which generates tons of pressure, whether we get in the sack or not? Can we get the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hand early so we can continue on with his leading the league and in the interceptions? That's what we got to do. We got to tackle well. The only other question to me is Dan Quinn and how he is going. G-Ball, I believe they saved Tyron Smith for this week. I believe he could have played last week if it would have been a big meaningful game. I believe they purposely left him out this week, gave him another week to get ready. And regardless of where he is, he'll be out there this week. Now, he may not stay out there, but he's going to be there Sunday. He's going to start off Sunday. This is a big game. This is a big game. You got to show up. It's a huge game. You got to show up. And if he doesn't play, then I hope our backup lineman, which I really don't want to happen, but I hope they coached up and hope the Cowboys don't get into this pride thing If you got somebody like Richardson who came in last week, let's don't try to act like he gonna block. I mean, get him some help from the beginning. Don't no. Get him some help. Don't look. Zach Martin, look, I'm sorry. I saw Zach Martin. What was that? What was that? Let me see. That was a Ram game. Zach Martin was going one-on-one with Aaron Donald, and Aaron Donald was destroying him. Look, all I need to see Aaron Donald do it one time. I don't need to see him do it twice. That tells me you're having a hard time blocking them one-on-one. Guess what? Do like every other team in the NFL does. They double Aaron Donald. Why are you thinking just because we got Zach Martin and he's an all-pro and all that, it's going to be the battle of all pros, Aaron Donald versus Zach Martin. Okay, Aaron Donald beat him twice. Hello, make the adjustment quickly and get him some help. Dang the pride. And that goes for Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. It's going to be Jordan Davis against Zach Martin. Listen, if Jordan Davis is killing Zach Martin, I'm sorry. Zach, I'm sorry. We got to get you some help, sir. You can't let these guys destroy the game. Got to get this pride stuff out the way before you get your quarterback killed. I'm just saying. So, the bottom line is, this game, true, and then everybody, like I said earlier, everybody's going to say the same thing. That the game is won in the trenches. This truly is a game that is going to be won on both sides of the ball for both teams in the trenches. Whoever plays offensive line the best, that's maybe your answer to who's going to win. Whichever defensive line plays the best, that is probably going to be your answer. Or who really going to win the game. Seriously. It ain't really, this game not complicated. Not to me. Not to me. I'm serious, it's not to me. It's not complicated at all. They're going to have to show. Huh? I saw that, King, but a lot of see, this is the part where we got to. This is the part where we got to be careful on. And I heard what Mike McCarthy said, and you're right. That's what he said. But if your offensive line can't block their defensive line, he ain't gonna do too much cooking. You understand what I'm saying, King? That got out the pocket. I understand that. But if your offensive line, if he's running for his life every time he drop back and pass, I mean, it ain't gonna be too much cooking. If anything, he might throw some more picks because he's gonna get rid of the ball quick. He gonna have to. That's if we can't block nobody. Now, let me start with that then. Since King said that, and he's right. That's what Coach McCarthy said. Let me say this. Based on what we've seen so far this year, we may have to be honest and try to keep things balanced. But this is going to be a big throwing night for Dak Prescott. And I know a lot of us don't want him to throw the ball like that, but I'm trying to tell y'all, I just got to see how the offensive line move these guys first. See, I don't like all this throwing. Now, it's work. Dak Prescott has looked good. I give you that. He has looked great. But I just don't like all this passing. Partly is because I don't trust Dak Prescott 100%. And that's coming from a real Cowboy fan. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like all this throwing. I just don't. Sooner or later, you're going to have to test out your offensive line by simply calling plays that would cause physical style football. That McCarthy you can't call physical. You can't be physical when most of your plays are in the shotgun and your offensive line is backing up in pass protection while the defensive line and other blitzers are coming to attack them. That's not being physical. The defense is being physical with them. The offense is just getting in the way. No, that's really what another part of the game. Who's physical? McCarthy has got to call plays. It's got to at least try to wear these guys down. How do you wear them down? You get your offensive line to come forward instead of backwards by laying on these guys, hitting them. That's physical, not finesse. You're not going to beat Philly playing finesse. You're going to have to get physical. That's what I said about the 49er game. You got to be physical. They're bullies. These teams are bullies. You can't beat a bully playing finesse. You got to go hit a bully in the mouth or try to and stay committed to it. Yeah, you got to lay on guys. That little finesse game can work against the Chargers because they finesse too. See, finesse teams can play finesse. Miami Dolphins, as explosive they are, and they can run the ball, but primarily, guess what? The Miami Dolphins are a finesse team. They pretty. They real pretty. Pass it out to Tyreek. Pass it out to Waddle. And Tua looks great off of, pass it out to the other run guys. And they can run the ball too, though. There are times when they get physical, but they're primarily known for their passing, and that's finesse. We're about to see a team here in a few minutes. Tennessee Titans, Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't care what their record is. We know what they're going to do. They're going to be physical. Eric Henry, here he comes. Bam. 28 times a game. Here come Henry. Bam. Hammering your tail. Just hammering. Here come Najee Harris for the Steelers. Guess what? Bam. Bam. Just hit bam. Defense, physical. Bam. See? That's their brand. Cowboys, right now, I don't know. And so when you play the physical teams, like the 49ers and the Eagles, now the reason why I keep calling it out, because these are the teams that we've had, well, we ain't had no problem with the Eagles. Let's get that straight. I know y'all Philly fans here, but y'all know the record. The Cowboys against the Eagles. Y'all know Dak Prescott record. So I don't see how we ain't really had no problem out of y'all. I'm just giving you credit because you went to the Super Bowl. You're primarily a physical team. That's how you play the game. These are the teams that we usually have problems with. These are the problems that we usually have problems with. Real physical, bust you in your mouth type football teams. That's what y'all do, Philly. So I give you credit for that. We just ain't had the problem out of beating y'all. But y'all are physical. I will give you that. It ain't no question about that. I would be not responsible and just talking a lot of, a bunch of crap like Eastside Harold here is doing. Talking about the Texas beat the Steelers. Okay, but you lost to the Carolina Panthers, so you ain't talking about nothing. At the end of your discussion, Eastside. Be quiet. I told you don't say nothing until your team win. So you ain't got nothing to talk about. End of that discussion. Well, you gonna talk about the Steelers, beat the Steelers, like the Steelers or somebody. Give me a break. Stop it. You got to be physical. And the Cowboys, I got a feeling, are going to line up. And as you said earlier, King, let Dak cook. And if he cooks, then big. That's big. That's big. If he cooks, that's big. But I don't like the finesse. But that's me. I can't argue with the results. Dak still put up 30. You know what I'm saying? And we won games, and Dak won a close game against the Chargers. Then he, had a lot of help from the defense going, and special teams played well. And then the offense scored a lot as well. So it was a complete football game for the Cowboys last week. Complete football game. But in a game like this, you got to make up your mind how you going to play. And finesse, to me, is just not the way to go. Huh? I mean, I'm amazed. I'm amazed at how we can do that. But we're gonna have to be honest, and it just depends on how we play. One of the things that we did with Dak these last few weeks, we've been letting them throw the ball way down the field. It ain't been this just this, as a lot of people say, the dink and doink. It ain't been that. It's been throwing the ball down the field, the last few weeks. Okay? That's what you're going to have to do, because if not, the Eagles ain't going to do but sit on these routes. If you start this dink and doink, think that's really going to get you somewhere, it might get you, it might get you a little bit. But I don't know. All right. So, again, the Cowboys, this is my preview, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get to y'all any more this week. I know I'm not. Unless I come to you Saturday night. Which I may do. But it's really, to me, a basic game of the trenches. It really is. Whoever works better in the trenches offensively and defensively is going to win this ball game. I have no question in my mind. That's my preview. I'm sticking to it. I believe it. Now, I want to share this. Okay, what did you say, King? Let me see. King said, for example, we can play aggressively on defense all day, but if we're going to blow past guards and give up open space, it won't matter. That's where the discipline comes in. Well, and with the threat, of Jalen Hurts per se, more than that, with the read option game, that's where the eye discipline is going to come into play. Because remember, on the read option, you can hand the ball off, you can keep it, or you can pull it out. And usually what happens is somebody wide open, one-on-one somewhere. And that's what Jalen is at his best. But if you're disciplined enough in some of those areas, and it ain't going to be perfect every game. We already know that, the whole game. There are going to be some plays made. You just can't give up the 20, 30-yard, 40-yard play. You just can't do that. Not against Philly, because that's where they feasted. That's where they feasted. They made all these gigantic big plays the whole season. AJ one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I know you're trying to commit to stop the run, but you just can't go one-on-one with AJ Brown or Devontae Smith too much. Somebody needs some help. Somebody gonna need some help. And I'm saying you got to make a decision. That's why I say the defensive line is gonna have to be big. Because if it's me, I'm gonna put my front four there on that defensive line and say, hey gentlemen, y'all gonna have to make some plays tonight. Y'all gonna have to bend but don't break. I know y'all ain't gonna stop everything, but y'all got to stop something tonight. I'm not letting AJ Brown beat me. What he got? What are the stats? What is it? 6 games of 125 yards plus? Are you kidding me? I think it's 6 straight games, 6 or 7, whichever one. Ain't no way in the world I'm letting AJ Brown do that to me. Of 125 plus yards in 6 or 7 straight weeks, I'm like, okay, what defensive coordinator? What kind of defense y'all running? What type of defense y'all running? Y'all shouldn't let AJ Brown beat y'all like that. But every time you seen his highlights, it's one-on-one. I'm saying no. I'd rather have Swift beat me and Goddard beat me than A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I'm sorry. G-Ball, I'm going to be honest with you. If I have it my way, I'm putting Bland. And Bland ain't going to travel. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it ain't going to be no traveling type defense, but if I had my way, I would love to see Bland on AJ with some safety help over the top. And I would let Gilmore go against Smith. And I think that'll be a good matchup. But they move AJ around. See what I'm saying? So, and I think Bland, Gilmore's at he's the left corner. Bland is down at the bottom. Depending on how you're looking at your TV, he's the right corner. So, I'm quite sure they're going to move around. They're going to switch up. But whoever AJ goes, that safety should automatically know you over the top. Now I take my chances. And I know I'm giving up the run. But I'm going to have to trust my defensive line and linebackers. Say, hey, y'all got to stop that. I'm sorry. Y'all got to stop it. Everybody talking about OC is this, OC is that, OC is that. Okay, let's go to work, OC. Everybody talking about Hankins is playing great and well. Okay, Hankins, let's go. I'm sorry. Everybody talking about how great Bell is playing, and he is. Okay, Bell, let's go. Y'all got to stop it. Seriously. Michael, did everybody say how great D-Law is against the run this year? Okay, do it again, D-Law. Michael Parsons, sir, hey, you want to be an all-pro? Guess what? This is an all-pro type game. Let's go. I'm not letting AJ and Devontae Smith beat me. I'm trying. I'm taking my chances. Swift has to beat me. Yeah, I forgot about it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Look, King, you on tonight. I almost need to make you the co-host. You say AJ had over 100 yards against the Jets too, and they still lost. Dallas needs to watch that game. So AJ is a game. He been getting over 100 yards just about every game, and that's because a lot of it is one-on-one. Don't want to make this mistake that you're going one-on-one against AJ. I mean, how many more weeks do we got to see that he's going to destroy you? Don't even give him the chance. I like Bland. I like Gilmore. I like him. But I ain't got pride. I'm trying to take him out of the game. You take him out by doubling him. Make Jalen look another way. If it's Devontae Smith one-on-one, then Devontae just got to beat me. I'm sorry. I know how great of a technician he is. I understand that. He just got to show me. It won't be AJ, though. It's obvious that Jalen is very, very comfortable with A.J. Brown. Common sense tell me, take away his comfortability. Take it away. Take it away. Yeah, Diggs would have been here. Now look, all bets are off. If Diggs was here, King, and you're absolutely right. If Diggs was here, we're going one-on-one then. Because, see, Jalen Hurts already knows. He don't need to be over there messing with Diggs. See what I'm saying? He know not to mess with Diggs. Diggs already done destroyed him a couple times. He knows him. They played at Alabama together. He don't want to mess with Diggs. Now, he might want to try Bland, but Bland can get you too. Jalen Hurts know he better not mess with Diggs. He know that. But Diggs ain't there. The question is going to be Gilmore. And I don't want to find out if he can go one-on-one. But the Cowboys also got to be smart because everybody know. And this is what a one-on-one going to happen, King, and everybody is. Everybody knows that if the Cowboys get a 3rd and long, when I say 3rd and long, 3rd and 4 and above, everybody know the Cowboys blitzing. That's where the one-on-one gonna be. That's when you gonna get it because you blitzing folks. They better be ready. They better be ready then. Because everybody know you gonna do it. You ain't finna drop back. Unless Parsons is just dominating the D-Law. If the front four can get there and cause drama, then there's no need to rush extra. There's no there's no need to. That's why I said, King, boy, I'm loving you tonight. You talking tonight, Doc. King, you talking tonight, sir. Exactly. That's why I said it just depends on what AJ moves around. I'm saying wherever AJ goes, the safety needs to be over the top of him. So you should automatically know that. They move him. That's fine. The question is going to be, where they put, they may put another guy out there. I forgot what his name is right off the top of my head. And then move Devontae Smith to the slot where he can get one-on-one against Jordan Lewis. Or I haven't seen AJ in the slot too much, but I'm quite sure he can. Okay. We don't need AJ Brown against Jordan Lewis. See what I'm saying? That's a mismatch. He's too big, too wide. Jordan can't do nothing with him. So a lot of this stuff is going to be, pay attention to this stuff. This is where you find out the ins and outs of the game, rather just watch it. I've seen AJ in the slot before. I've seen him line up in all 3 spots. The question is going to be, how do they get one-on-one with AJ, and how do they keep moving around? Well, he'll get it if you got a 3 wide receiver set and you put AJ in the slot. You're going to get it then. And if they see Jordan Lewis on him, trust me, that's where the ball going. I would tell Jalen Hurts every trip, if I see AJ in the slot, and if you dissect, I already said that to King, but I'd rather him beat me. I've already said that about Goddard. But that's the poison that I'm willing to drink Sunday afternoon. I already know that Goddard can hurt you, but he can't destroy me. I give that up and trust Curse. I believe Curse can stay with him. I'll take my chances with him. With Goddard. I just don't want AJ to beat me. Oh, I got a $5 check. I'm sorry. Super chat here. Listen, if you're on YouTube and you want your comment read, this is the guaranteed way you can do it. Sometimes I read and sometimes I don't. Terry said, when we did nothing at the trade deadline, I just came to terms with another second round year. Well, it really shouldn't be no surprise, Terry, that we didn't do nothing. That's the Cowboy way. We don't do nothing. We don't never make the trades. Our trades happen at the beginning of the year. Gilmore, Brandon Cook. That's it. We don't make trades like that because we love the draft too much. We love our draft picks. We just, no, Joe. No, sir. No, sir. Wrong. No, sir. Mm-mm. No, sir, Joe. Sorry on that one. No, we don't want him to get 100 yards. That's Jalen's main target. We don't want him to get 100 yards. No, sir. I would have been okay if you would say Devontae Smith, but we can't let AJ destroy us. That's what he's been doing to everybody. We can't do that. We can't allow AJ to get loose. 100 yards is just as worse as 125 yards. We got to take away his best option. You got to take something away from him in the passing game. You got to. And who knows? If they run the ball like crazy, if we can't stop the run, shoot, they ain't gonna run. Jalen Hurts ain't gonna be passing that much anyway. Trust me. They will take Jalen Hurts throwing the ball 17 to 19 times and only have 100 and some odd yards. But if they ran the ball 45 times And Jalen Hurts got at least 60 yards rushing himself, and Swift got 140 yards, 150. Trust me, they would love that. They don't want Jalen Hurts throwing all them passes. They don't want it. They don't want it. They want to run the ball. That's why I said, defensive line and linebackers and Rashad Evans, I'm looking forward to seeing him play this week. He's going to be extra motivated. He's going to be ready to play ball. You're right, kid, Cowboy. Going to be a thriller. Yeah, you're right, King. I see you. They haven't given up 100 yards receiver. They're going to get tested. If they play one-on-one, majority of the time, it's going to be a challenge. But you're gonna have to make up your mind who you want to take out. I'd rather have Jalen Hurts throwing the ball 35 times because I know he's gonna give me a ball. I know he is. He's gonna turn the ball over. He's leading the league in turnovers. I want him throwing 30 times like they do Dak, like Dak throwing the ball. I want it to happen because I've said before he ain't accurate like everybody say he is. He's not. Jalen, you want Jalen Hurts throwing the football when he don't want to throw it. I ain't talking about 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 2 and he passed. No. I'm talking about 3rd and long, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 with pressure coming down his neck. Then you're going to see. You're going to see what time it is then. And so far, he's a turnover machine. Yeah. Jalen Hurts leads the league in turnovers. I know it shocks some of y'all because some of y'all will say, who's the NFL leader in picks? Who's the NFL leader in turnovers? A lot of y'all, because y'all hate Dak so much, it's Dak. Dak Prescott. Man, please. Please. It is what it is. All right, I'm done. Before I open up the lines, which I'm not doing right now, let me see y'all predictions. I'm interested to see what my Cowboy brothers and sisters going to say. Give me your predictions of the score. I ain't going to have too much time for a lot of calls, but I'm going to open it up and see what y'all got to say. Give me your scores before I open it up. Let me see your scores. Kiki McGraw, I see you on here. Give me your score if you're Cowboy Philly game. Wow, Joe says 37-21. Wow. Isaiah says 28-21 Cowboys. Okay. Y'all acting like our defense is going to shut it down. Maybe y'all seeing the same thing I'm seeing. So far, I got 37-21. Okay, Terry is a Cowboy fan. But he's saying that Philly is going to win 34-24. Okay. He's a Cowboy fan, and he's saying we're going to lose. All right. Kid Cowboy says 24-20 home team. He said home team, but I know what you meant, home team. Kid, I'm going to assume that you're saying the Cowboys are the home. I mean, are you saying 24-20 Cowboys? Because Philly technically is the home team. So I don't know. Just want to be technically right. Kid Cowboy. I'm assuming you're saying Cowboys going to win 24-20. Am I right? King says 31-20. Oh, he came back. I see he says 31-24 Dallas. King said that. G-Ball says 28-16 Cowboys. Kid, I'm still not understanding let me just ask you this, kid. Who's going to win the game? I already saw your score. Who gonna win the game, just to be sure? John says 24-10 Cowboys. Whoa, John. You saying Philly ain't gonna score but 10 points? You saying Philly is not gonna score just but 10 points? Woo-wee. Okay. There's a lot of confidence in that defense, boy. Oh, if y'all asking me, well, I'll show y'all this. Let me get it set up first. The home team will win. Kid Cowboy with a home team is Philadelphia. So I'm going to assume you're saying Philly is going to win. So 24-20 is his score. That's what Kid. So we got a couple Cowboy fans saying that we're going to lose. And I understand that. I really do understand it. I do. I understand. I get it. I get it. So, all right. You say I believe our defense is coming this week. Okay. All right. Now I don't make predictions after the Cardinal game. I told y'all that. Cowboys took that away from me. They took all my fire away, so I've stopped making predictions. However, what I'm getting ready to show you is what I said in July. I said this in July, okay? I said it in July. I'm going to say it again. I said this in July because when I looked at the defense and saw how potent we were with all of the stuff that we had, as far as, and that's when Diggs was there, and Overshown was projected to be a major piece. Martin Overshown and all these guys were healthy. I said that this defense had the ability to be a top 3 defense. And of course, they turned out to be, at the time, deadly number 1. And folks were saying at that time, this defense got a chance to be historic. That's what they were saying once we were all healthy. All right. But based off that, this is what I said on July the 25th, as you can see. This is what I said on July 25th. I made a meme out of it. I'm going to play it for you. This is what I said, y'all. You ready? Here we go. Let this be known. July the 24th. Y'all can come back to this show. I don't erase my shows. I've been doing this for 2.5 years, coming up on 3. You can go back to my very first show. I don't erase nothing. Mark this down. Pull me up. Make a reel out of it. Make a short, a YouTube short. Do all that. A matter of fact, I'm gonna make one. Let me get my hat straight. So when I put my reel out, let me get myself together. Let me get myself together. Then I'm hot now.
Because he's a Cowboys fan.
Attention. Where we at? 1 16 and 38 seconds. Attention. All you Philadelphia Eagle fans, I need somebody to make a short of this right now. All you Philadelphia Eagle fans, you heard it here first. The Dallas Cowboys are going to sweep you this year. End the short right there. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what I said July the 25th. Oh, I was real confident then because I knew who my defense was. I knew who my defense was then. I knew what the defense was. I knew Diggs was on one side. I knew Gilmore was on the other side. I knew we had 3 incredible safeties. I knew Michael Parsons was unbelievable. I knew that, D-Law still had a lot of gas left in the tank. I knew we were going to be special. And they started off looking that way. No doubt about it. But the injuries have happened. We're still a real good defense, but we're not that defense at the beginning. We're not. Now, I'm not saying we can't win. We're not as good as that. You know, anytime you lose a Trayvon Diggs, John, I mean, Bland has played great, but he ain't Trayvon Diggs. And nobody better not say he's better than Trayvon Diggs. He is not. Diggs shut down a whole side of the field. The quarterbacks know not to even go their way. They still trying to test Bland, and Bland is making them pay. But they know not to even try Trayvon Diggs. They know that. That's the difference. That's the difference. So Bland is off to a great start, and like I said, Bland should be, you know, as of right now, Bland is a Pro Bowl cornerback. I didn't say he's the starter, but he should make a Pro Bowl as of today. I think Bland should be a Pro Bowl cornerback. He's earned it. I think that we are still good, real good, actually. I mean, we're top 5 defense. I mean, it just ain't number one. I mean, you know, when you get a top 5 defense, you're going to win a whole lot of football games. I think we're good. We're just not, because of the way we play, our defense has been hidden in the close ball games because in the Charger game, you can't even say that because they just stopped running. They depended on Justin Herbert, to carry them through. That's why they threw the ball a whole lot. So we really don't know. Now, I will say this. The 49er game, we shut down Christian McCaffrey. I think he only had 50 yards, something like that. And he got the ball a lot. We shut him down. That's the only game I know that we really shut down the run. All the other blowout wins because of the scoreboard that took away the run game. We scored so many points, it just made you couldn't run because you didn't have time on your side. If you really were talking about getting back into the game, you had to pass the ball a whole lot. That's the reason why we're so good against the run, because we blow people away. But what happens when we get into a game where the game is close? The Chargers just didn't run. Austin Eckler didn't run the ball against us. He really didn't run the ball against us at all. The question is, what's going to happen in a game like this when your run defense, it will no doubt be tested? We're going to find out again. The last time we had it against the 49ers, and then the Arizona Cardinals ran straight down our throat. Couldn't stop them. Those are the only 2 games that I remember there was a concerted effort to run the ball. Joe said, what's the injury report on Tyron Smith? Is he playing? They ain't let it out. They still playing chess, but I would believe Tyron Smith is going to play. That's just me. I would be shocked if he's not playing. I believe they let him out last week just so they can get him ready for this week. I believe it would have been a playoff game last week. I believe Tyron Smith would have played last week. I believe they saved it all just for this week for him. I wouldn't be surprised if he's playing. Now, what would shock me is if he's not playing. That would shock me. I really believe they were trying to preserve him to get him ready for this week. I'm not saying there wasn't nothing wrong with him. I'm just saying based off the importance of the game, kid, of course, you're not going to practice with him because you don't want to take a chance of him getting hurt. Could be the veteran day off. Exactly, Terry. That's what I said earlier. Could be just a veteran day off, kid. He gives that to the veterans every week. I don't know what day that is, but it could be. I don't know if it was Thursday or whatever, but it could very well could be that. So I'm not gonna put a lot into that part about him not practicing today. You know, if you're trying to make them play, you're not getting no chances. You're not gonna put that helmet on them since it was a neck issue. You just gonna let them be free. Not gonna put the helmet on them. You're not gonna do nothing. You're gonna save it all for Sunday afternoon. I'm sorry. That's just the way I see it. All right, I done enough talking. Y'all can call in real quick. Let's talk about it. Yeah, exactly. Nobody practices. Not especially with the guys that are older. They're either gonna practice and be limited. It is what it is. Phone line is open 901-654-6853. You can call in. I got time for a couple. John, that's what I said. How would I play? I'm doubling them. Putting the safety over the top. Safety over the top. He lines up everywhere. The only place where I can see him getting loose really for a one-on-one is unless he plays in the slot, which he has the ability to do. And I don't want him on Jordan Lewis because that's a mismatch, if you ask me. A.J. Brown would destroy Jordan Lewis. And I don't want to see that. I think wherever he goes, when he lines up on the outside, whatever side he line up on, there should be a safety over the top. I'm taking away the best thing that Jalen Hurts has. I'm not going to let him get comfortable. You got to make him uncomfortable. And if his best thing that he has is throwing for AJ, it's 6 or 7 games, y'all. I think it's 6 games, it's either 6 or 7, where AJ has had 125 plus yards. 6 or 7 straight games. I don't understand that. And every time you see the highlights, AJ is one-on-one. No, can't do that. You can't do that. You can't. I don't care how good your cornerback is. Okay? I don't care. You got to take away the best things that you do. Right now, the connection between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown probably is the best thing that Philadelphia does. Somebody else got to beat me. It won't be A.J. Brown. It's going to be interesting to see how Dan Quinn plays this. There are probably going to be some opportunities that A.J. will be one-on-one because you don't want to just say, hey, we're going to play zone the whole game. Man, you don't want to do that. Or we're going to, there's going to be some time when you're going to have to switch up. Because you're going to blitz. So that's going to leave one-on-one somewhere. You got to be smart on how you play this thing. And you can't let pride get in the way. I don't care because it's Gilmore. I don't care because Bland is playing well. No. Give him some help. Give the person that needs help, give them some help. It's just that simple. You can't let him destroy you like that. All right. Phone line open 901-654-6853. 901-654-6853. Got to be physical. It's just like right now. 4th and 1. At least what I'm looking at. Tennessee against Pittsburgh. They running Derrick Henry on 4th and 1. Physical. Guess what? Picked up 4 yards. First down. See, finesse or going against a physical team, I say it again, it don't work. It don't work. Some teams you got to stand up and hit them in the mouth and become a bully. You can't be bullied against. See who this is.
Call from Eastside.
Oh, God. Help.
To accept.
Y'all get ready. Ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know why he called, but anyway. You go Eastside Harold. Eastside, as usual, you have parameters. Speak up.
How you doing, sir?
We're doing the best that we can tonight. What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, man, just wanted to talk about Dallas and Philly, and that's what I can talk about,
huh? You can talk about that, but be careful, because we still ain't talked to you about Carolina and Houston.
Hey, man.
Oh, hey, man, nothing.
Hey.
What, first of all, talk about that. And then you might.
What you mean with this? They lost by a field goal, sir. What do you want me to say?
Keyword.
It's the NFL, sir.
Keyword lost. 0-16.
By a field goal. They didn't get blown out.
0-16, man. 0-6.
Hey, man.
But go ahead. 3
or 4, sir.
But go ahead. You know, I broke the own rule.
Okay.
We don't talk Houston on here. We want to talk about the Cowboys in Philadelphia. Go to work.
Yeah. Well, since we're talking about that, Philly is 7-1. They're a good team, and I pretty much know the end result of that when Dak plays good teams, and I'm sensing a loss by Dallas. It's gonna be it might be close at first, but I feel like Dak's gonna find a way to choke it off, like he did San Francisco. I mean, San Francisco and Philly, they're the top tier. Like you said, sir, I was listening to you earlier. These are your words. They're the top teams in the NFC, right? Did you say something along them lines?
No, we just have a problem with San Francisco and Philadelphia because the truth be told, the Cowboys over San Francisco right now. Just in case you ain't checked. No, San Francisco lost 3 straight games. The Cowboys only lost 2. We're over them. So get that right. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, they put up a 40 burger when they played you. I mean, they can lose 8 more games.
What they
the
do
way they did you, it's quite embarrassing.
What they do after that?
Right. Yeah, but Philly.
No. You put it out there. What have the San Francisco 49ers done after they beat us?
Hey, they lost a couple of close games, but you know they're going to be there in the end.
They lost 3 games. Straight.
You better hope they keep winning, because if they see you in the first round, that's going to be quite embarrassing again. You might want to try to avoid those guys.
Let me ask you this, Eastside. Have you ordered your Philadelphia Eagle cheerleading package? Have it came in the mail yet? Have you ordered the pom-poms? Have you ordered? Because you hang on. You've been ordering a lot of. You ordered the Chargers stuff. We put that away. You ordered all this. So you got your Philadelphia cheerleading package yet in the mail? Because
Sir, I'm a Houston Texans fan.
Well, you talking
Jalen Hurts.
Okay, Jalen Hurts
is from Houston.
Okay.
He's also from East Houston, so you put 2 and 2 together. I have spoken with that guy's father before, so I root for the brother. I support the brother. His story is, going to a different college, becoming a franchise guy in the NFL. Hey, man, it's a good story. And going to the Super Bowl, going to the NFC Championship, a place where Dak never been, and I doubt he'll ever go.
Did he win?
Have you seen Dak go there?
Did he win? Did Jalen Hurts win?
Hey, man.
There's a lot of teams there's a lot of teams that went to the Super Bowl, son, but did they win?
Hey, man. I'll just tell you my opinion.
It's just A-side, as usual. You a little bit better today, but still, you still talking with no substance. But I'll holler at you because you getting on my nerves. Bye. Exactly.
All right, sir.
Good.
Hey, make sure you come on Sunday after they play. Make sure you don't disappear.
Inside, I always do. I'm not hard to find, sir. I'm not hard to find. Mm. Goodbye, Eastside.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Goodbye. Y'all, he just always want to get in because he's, like I said, whenever you're a team whenever you're a guy that watches other teams more than your team, that ought to tell you something right there. He know all about the Cowboys. I let him get in, to keep it on. He talked a little bit more sense today. He did talk a little Cowboy, Eagle talk. He gave his opinion. Okay, whatever. I just want to know, did he buy the Philadelphia Eagle cheerleading package that was probably given by FedEx? I know he got it because he ain't got no Houston Texas pump on there for sure. All right, phone line open 901-654-6853. 901-654-6853. I ain't want to talk to him about the World Series. He's still sick about that. He just everywhere he turn, they losing. Rockets gonna lose. The Astros lost. Houston Texans, he still sick. So I could have went ham on him about losing to Carolina because he did all that trash talking, all that, thinking they just gonna win. But I leave him alone because I care less about the Houston Texans. You understand? I can care less about them. All right. Yeah. Hey, Brogan, I don't know who you are. Brogan at Canterbury Renaissance Fair, Max Silver. Brogan, I've never seen you before, but welcome to the show. I believe this is your first time, I would think. And if it is, Brogan, welcome to the show. Hope that you would consider giving me a subscribe and join this little family that we got here at the Big Time Show. If you go back and look at a lot of my stuff, got a pretty good following and have a little fun on here. It's a show where you can be free. Appreciate you coming in. Hope you do that and hope you hang with me. I'm assuming that you are a Cowboy fan by the way that you are talking. How did you get to my show, Brogan? Answer me this question. This kind of helped me out on when I'm figuring. Hey, everybody's on Podbean. Yeah, I appreciate you, Mike. Mike or Funk the Kid, or I believe that you from Philly. Oh God, are you a Cowboy fan, Mike, or are you a Philadelphia Eagle fan?
Call from
Terry.
All right. Lazy, you're an Eagle fan. I got you. What's up, Terry? Talk to us.
Yeah, I just wanted to go on ahead and call in and talk a little sense following the comedy show about the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Nobody can even name 3 players on that team.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You know C.J. Stroud. Will
Yeah.
Anderson. You know, he can name 3. I give him that. He can name 3. But don't notice those just the people just got there this year.
Man, all the Houston Texans fans fell off the bandwagon when they found out Arian Foster didn't believe in God. They stopped coming on TV. I'm like, look around. Feel the change in the weather. Well, you don't believe in God, but I just left prayer service. I'm going to leave that alone. A little fired up. But I just wanted to just call in and say that I was so severely disappointed because I'm tired of hearing Stephen Jones come out and talk about player acquisition is 24/7 and the roster building is 365 and all that stuff. And then when you got a chance to do it before the deadline, you do nothing. The team that beat you 42-10, they just got better on the defensive line. Chase Young, number 2 pick in the draft. And when he played us, he was a terror when he was healthy.
Well,
but now that they got all the players to keep rotating on that defensive line, and they still got Randy Gregory. I mean, they're constantly improving their roster. We got the same old thing.
Gotcha.
And it's hard for me to believe that some of these guys are going to actually grow up and be a full-grown man on that football field. Because I see them playing Olay tackling. Them boys, they don't want that business. They don't want to get in there and get that work. They ain't trying to get dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, tackling is an attitude. It's a mindset. You gotta want that bit. Yeah, man, you gotta want to get in there.
You gotta be physical. You can't beat a bully playing finesse. It's just no way. It's no way.
You gotta want that work. You gotta. I mean, literally, you gotta. Where you at? Let the ball come my way. I mean, literally, I'm just looking at it like it just bothered me that I'm supposed to believe we going to the Super Bowl and the team that beat us 42-10 just got better.
Well, Philly did too.
I was just going to say, the team that we looking at in Philly, they didn't get just a safety. They got an all-pro safety.
Bingo. They just got better.
So that means that literally when you Look up the best safety in the league. Ding, there go my name. And I got traded.
Well, the thing about it is, the game still got to be played, all right? But when you stack up the teams, if everybody's somewhat at full strength, the Cowboys will be underdogs in every game, and that even includes even at their own home. You see, if the 49ers come to Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys will not be favored to beat the 49ers in their own home. And I would almost say, depending on what happened this Sunday, chances are they won't be favored to win at home against Philly as well. It's really just that simple, because if you got everybody that's there, it's going to take a very special game to beat. I ain't going to say that about Philly, because like I said, I don't care. We don't have problems with Philly. We don't. The record speaks for itself. Our problem right now is with the San Francisco 49ers. That's the team that has put us out. It hadn't been Philly. Dak Prescott last year, everybody want to talk about, well, Dak Prescott didn't play Jalen Hurts last year. He didn't. And the Philadelphia Eagles, when we played them in Philly, they played Cooper Rush. But I do know this. When Dallas played in Dallas against Philadelphia, no, Jalen Hurts didn't play. But that number one defense did play. And Dak Prescott put up over 30 points against them. 40.
I thought they gave up 40.
I think it was 40.
That was a 40 first.
Dak Prescott put up 40 on them.
Over 40.
There you go. So that's the part
against
everybody
your number one defense.
Against it, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Dak Prescott didn't have no problem out their defense before. Of course, they've added on, Carter, which is a difference maker. I give you that. And now you add Beard to the game. But Bradbury and Darius Slay are the same two cornerbacks that's been getting torched this year, I may add. So Dak Prescott ain't had no problem out of Philadelphia. He's had problems out of San Francisco 49ers, though. That's where his problem is. It ain't the Philadelphia Eagles by no means. And I'm just saying it, but he went against that number one defense last year and he lit them up. In that right, Philly fans that's in here? Y'all remember that, right?
And then the thing, that Philly defense isn't as good this year as they were last year, because they got too many, 5 guys missing off of it, and that secondary was sucking. I mean, they was the bottom of the barrel.
Well, and
literally.
Well, also,
so they had to make that change for that safety.
Well, also throw this in, and this is important, even though Philadelphia's record is still outstanding, but they do have 2 new coordinators. Keep that in mind. They got 2 new coordinators, and whenever there's 2 new coordinators, offensively and defensively, there's change. Now, a lot of people gonna say, "Well, ain't that much change, or they ain't lost but 1 game." It's change. You're not the number 1 defense in the league anymore. You were with that other coordinator. Now you're not. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just keeping it like it is until Philly beats the Cowboys with Dak leading the charge. Then we'll change it up just for this year. But as of right now, if you will compare the two, the Philadelphia Eagles are not the concern. Dak puts up 30 points, 40 points against them. He don't put that up against San Francisco. He barely getting to 20 against them. You see what I'm saying? So that's not.
Got to do something in this game. I want to see him do something in this game that he doesn't do. I'm so tired of seeing Dak start the game 3 and out, go to the doggone sideline with that mean look on your face, like everybody else got candy and your mama took yours. No. Don't look tough. Get out there on the field and be tough.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's report card day, bro.
Well, I agree, but I'm gonna say it like this: If I had it my way, I don't want to see Dak do too much. My dream is to have us to running the ball great. But if
I only want Dak throwing 20 times.
well, he gonna have to throw it 20 times because if McCarthy ain't gonna call that kind of game, we know that. But I will give you this: the narrative about Dak is still out there because it hadn't been killed. And I understand, like my partner, our new family member Brogan said, it's not Dak against everybody. It's more 11 on 11. However, the fact still remains: when he's going against the bigger name teams, he ain't putting up these numbers. It's a struggle, and that's the level that he has to get past. He still ain't won the quote unquote big game. He still ain't won it. The resume, what they say about Dak is he can beat up on all smaller teams, and he does that. But when he plays against the bigger teams, he loses. That's the narrative that he got. You know,
Okay.
he gets another opportunity starting this Sunday afternoon to try to kill that.
Well, Philly is one of the bigger teams, right?
No question, they the best.
And I
They
think
got the
his
number one
his
record in the league.
And his record against Philly is like 8-2. And I'm not a big Dak Prescott fan, but Philadelphia don't scare him.
Yeah.
He ain't scared of his own shadow when it comes to Philly.
Not
the one
scared of
that's
NFC
kicking us
East
in
at
the
all.
behind is San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his record against the NFC East, I mean, I know
awesome.
you know me.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, I know you know me, and I know more about you and what to do against you. The guy gonna get everybody talking about me again. But I just got to beat San Francisco.
Yeah.
Because remember, Bosa was over there on TV smiling and smirking when he said that they just come in to Dallas for that playoff game. We come in and just got to be physical with them. Yeah. Basically, he just said we just got to go in there and slap them around.
Yeah. That's the narrative.
He told trade.
Exactly. And that's the narrative that has to change. That's why I said before, everybody want to say be physical, but that's where the play calling part comes in. You got to implement physicalness. You can't be lying up in the shotgun talking about we about to be physical. Shotgun is you're automatically not physical because your offensive line is backing up pass blocking. That's not physical. Physical is calling the play, 2 tight end set, whatever you want to go do, line up and hit somebody in their mouth and force them to move backwards. That's physical. This bagging up, line up a shotgun, all that ain't gonna work. It's just not. And this is the type of team that you're gonna have to do that against. You cannot just finesse this guy. I don't care if Dak Prescott did put 40. A bully has to be hit in the mouth. Philly is a bully, and you got to do something with that. And that's all I'm saying. But like I said before,
but
we're gonna find out.
I was gonna say we gonna find out with Tyler Smith what he got, because no way they gonna take that young boy Jalen Carter, who I love and I want it, because I watched that boy play some high school ball all the way up to college. I mean, right here in Georgia, that boy been doing this right here ever since I found out about it.
Yeah.
And you know, his games, he was so good. His games would come on PBS or on Channel 9.
Yeah.
And that boy been doing all this ever since then. So they're not going to put him on Zach Martin.
Yeah.
They're going to put him on Tyler Smith to find out what Smith made of. Yeah. And can Smith go, this ain't that new box, and we finna find out, can you go 15 rounds?
Yeah.
And then they're going to go on ahead and bring Jordan Davis and put his big behind on Zach Martin.
Yeah. That's where it's going to start off.
And I'm looking at that. Yeah, they gonna make you gonna have to play some football.
Yeah.
And then on the defensive side, Mozzie Smith, you finna earn your money right now, because they coming, and they coming straight up the A gap.
Yeah. Well, like I said it at the beginning of the show, and I'll say it again, that this game is strictly about, to be honest with you, about the offensive line of the Cowboys against the defensive line of them. and Philly's offensive line against our defensive line. That is where the game is going to be won. It's about who's going to be the most physical and productive from what and that's really who I think is going to win the game. I'm about to run out of time, Terry, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
All right. I see
You,
Bland last. I see Bland with the interception.
we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Appreciate you, man.
All right, now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. I'm running out of time. My time is just about up. I promise you I'll be with you guys at some point on Saturday. Turn on those live notifications, and we can get back together again on Saturday at some point. It's going to be in the evening. I can tell you that for sure. Sometime Saturday evening, all right? Appreciate all you guys. Thanks for those that call in. Thanks, Terry, for the super chat. I'm going to holler at y'all on Saturday evening. It's been a great show. I'm trying to figure out. I'm probably looking at a little bit more tape tonight and see exactly what I think we can take advantage of specifically. And we'll talk about that on Saturday, all right? Until then, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Brogan. Appreciate you joining the family. Check me out. Don't leave. Check out how I groove my way out of here. Everybody else know what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the one and the only. This is, yes, sir, the Big Time Show. Watch this, Brogan. Let's work.